Move, child. Come on.
She looks like it. 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 Movie star.
What the
Like
deal?
a chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like a movie star. She looks like it. She looks like it. She looks like it. She looks like it. She looks like a movie star.
What the
Like
deal?
a chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like a movie star. She looks.
Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, bro. Elevate. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, bro. Elevate.
What is going on? Once again, this is yet another episode of the infamous No Panties After Dark. As you can see, folks, we are here in our bedroom attire, sitting around. I'm actually got a little bit of food, a little bit of din trying to eat because it's late night. You know what I mean? So this is yours truly, Mr. Just Ask Joe. We got pretty brown skin and golden goddess ladies. What's up with you?
What's up?
Nothing much. Same shit, different
I'm
day.
here. I'm
There
here
we
from my
go.
bed. So after this is over, I'm going to bed.
Oh, okay. So you just gonna go to sleep on it as soon as it's done with it.
I'm glad. I'm gonna take this wig off because I gotta go to a wedding tomorrow, and I don't want no.
Oh man. Oh man.
Girl, look,
You
I
ain't
can't
supposed
wait
to
to
be
take these
telling
goddamn
secrets
crochets
like that.
out and
Not
put
the
some
wig.
It ain't a
something in, girl.
It ain't a
Cause
secret.
Not the
baby,
wig.
you know when these crochets start getting old.
Remember what Meg said? Switch
Oh
my
my
wig up, make
gosh.
it feel like he's cheating. I got a wig for
Mm.
every day of the week.
Oh wow. Well, I'm gonna put my
Who you wanna see?
I'm gonna put my wave cap on after this and lay my dreads, lay my real hair down. That's what I'm gonna do after this is over with.
Have you
But
noticed there's a trend with the teenage boys wearing the bonnets?
a teenage boy
Teenage
wearing the
boys
bonnets.
wearing the bonnets. My son wears one, and I went in his room today, and he goes, "Well, Mom," he said, "it really helps my hair because I got my curls and my waves, and they be nice in the morning when I wake up." And I'm sitting here
Oh
like,
wow.
this is just not okay with
Oh
me.
no,
And
my son
I've
tried to
noticed
get me to get him a bonnet.
a lot of boys are doing that these days.
Oh, I told mine he can't have no fucking bonnet. Nope, no
I
sir,
don't know
no
nothing
ma'am,
about
no ma'am, no sir, nope.
little
I got
boys
him a,
wearing bonnets and stuff like that. That
Yeah,
kind of
that's what all the teenage boys are
I got him
doing.
a
Like
do
a
rag
lot.
for men with hair, longer hair. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not getting him no boy bonnet. I
I
I mean,
didn't buy
absolutely
the
refuse.
bonnet.
honestly,
Huh?
if I seen my son with a boy bonnet, I would spank him and go take
Mine
him
can't
straight
have
to a
one.
strip
I'm
club.
sorry.
I would
My
spank him and go
19-year-old
take him
don't want
straight
one.
to a strip club if I seen him with a boy bonnet because to me, I don't know.
Oh,
That's weird.
got me
Well,
slobbering over
shit,
here
if you
like,
handing out spankings and taking people to strip clubs for bonnets, let me put my bonnet over and come over to your house.
period.
You
Period.
silly.
I
You
want to spank and
silly.
go to the strip club. That sounds like fun.
Look,
Oh my
listen.
gosh, man.
Yeah, my son asked me for one. I was like, absolutely fuck no.
Yes,
My
you want
17
what?
year old said, you're not getting one.
Your son asked you for a trip to the strip club, girl. What you talking?
No. That is okay. The bonnet is absolutely not because I had cornrowed his hair. He's like, well, how am I gonna keep it? I said, let me go on Amazon real quick. I'll let you know. Give me 5 minutes. Ordered
That's
him
what they're
a do rag
doing.
for
That's what they're doing.
long hair or do rags. You know that were like different types of do rags. But it was not a bonnet.
Oh
Yeah, that's
wow.
what they're
Wow.
doing. My
So
son sent me a picture from school. Him and all his little buddies, they had on the bonnets, and they called themselves the Bonnet Brigade.
I
That's
said there are
crazy.
the
just some
Bonnet
things that
Brigade? Are
men
you
should
serious?
not
Yes,
cross over and
that's
do
serious.
that
The
are for
Bonnet
women.
Brigade.
And there's
The
some
Bonnet
things that
Brigade.
women should not cross over and
I
do
mean,
that
you
are for
know,
boys. And that
I
was
don't
my
know.
answer. and reply.
And see, that's the
Some
thing.
things.
Here's what happens. Here's what they do. It's called marketing, right? So they sit
Hmm.
there and they put boy bonnet on the packaging, and then next thing you know, it's boy
No,
bonnets everywhere, and boys are
no,
wearing bonnets.
yeah,
You
that's
know what I
not
mean?
happening.
So that's kind of, I don't know. Well, listen. Either way, tonight is dope. We got a great show for y'all. Rules of engagement, the dating do's and don'ts. Okay, so I'm gonna jump in and see if I can jump in here as well into the studio. Let's see, Mr. Just as Joe.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Bring the volume down. Okay. All
All
right.
right,
Good.
good,
Good.
good,
Good.
good.
And
And
then we
Oh,
gonna
I'm Joe.
move him and add her. There we go. All right, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, so tonight's show, rules of engagement, the dating do's and don'ts. What made you ladies? Because you guys came up with this topic. So what made you all come up with this topic? What
I need to share this a
something
couple
going
of more
on
times.
that we need to know? Anybody have any dating tips they want to add or some dating troubles? What's going on?
Cause listen, you know, what I'm
True
saying I'm a
story of my
newly
life.
single woman. I've been single for like about a year now. So I just came out of a long term relationship, and I don't know about where everybody else is, but I just feel like there's piss in the dating pool. Like it's
Piss in the
Girl,
terrible.
dating pool.
who are you
It's
telling? I
pissy.
feel
Yeah,
like
it's horrible.
don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, but it's definitely fucking raining.
Yeah, it's bad out here.
It's
Like, you know
bad.
what I'm
It's
saying?
bad. It's bad. It's really
Like
fucking
when I
bad.
was in my previous relationship, I would like get mad and want to break up, but like, you know what? Ain't nothing out there. I ain't going back
It
out there.
ain't nothing
Y'all
out
remember that?
there.
You remember the episode of the Cosby Show, the Thanksgiving episode, when they kept sending Cliff out to the store for stuff, and he come back in, he's soaking wet, covered in the rain. The eggs fell. He's like, I ain't going back out there. That was me. I was like, I ain't going back
Yeah,
out there. I'm
girl.
gonna make this shit work. I was miserable as
Right.
fuck. Talking about, I ain't going back out there. I'm gonna just thug it out in this, cause ain't nothing out there. Got out
It
there,
ain't nothing out there.
ain't nothing out there.
But at the same time, shit, what is we looking for? I mean, I got a TikTok that I'm going to upload too, probably tomorrow morning. And one of my clips, I say, people look at people or don't insult me with that. Oh, I'm pretty sure you can get any man you want to. No, it's not about any man I want to. It's about getting a quality man. You know what I'm
Exactly.
Oh, well,
saying?
That
It's about
part.
a decent and
so
quality
we
man.
can go to
I
your
don't want
TikTok
just any
page
old
right
man.
now. Let's go look at your TikTok
I
right
don't
now.
want Mr. Right now. I want Mr. Right for me.
Right. Exactly.
For me.
Exactly. You know, and there's a fella on my Facebook feed, and he had hopped in my DMs a little while back, and he wanted to see me. I was like, well, I'm busy. I got a lot going on. I was like, but I
Forever got
might
people hopping in your DMs. Y'all be dating
yeah.
rabbits and shit.
We be
I
what?
don't date
DMs.
the people in my DMs, but he got
Right.
mad when I said that
What's
I
your
had a
TikTok
whole lot
name?
going on.
Art by Goddessy. You can put it in the chat. I can't for some reason see the chat because if I'm not on my Wi-Fi, if I get on my Wi-Fi, I don't know. So again, y'all, I had a sinus infection. I had laryngitis last week, so I'm just getting my voice back. So if I sound kind of weird, that's why.
Okay, so look,
Yeah,
Uh,
so this guy, he wanted to know could he call me, and I was like, I was like, I'm really kind of busy right now. I got XYZ going on. He proceeds to write back and say, Lord have mercy. These chicks in Louisville make appointments to talk to a man. Get the fuck out of here that way. I just shot him
mm,
the and said that's cool because I don't got time for that. And he's forever. He thinks he's the new Kevin Samuels. So he's
Kevin
forever on the
who?
time the new Kevin
Kevin
Samuels because
Sanders?
mm,
Oh, I,
Samuels.
I I thought you was joking, talking about he thinks he's the new Kevin Sandals.
He does think he's the new Kevin Samuels.
we don't
So
need
he
another
thinks
Kevin. We didn't need the
we
first Kevin
don't.
Samuels. The fuck?
We
Y'all need
don't.
to
And so
stop.
he
Y'all need to
feels like
We
stop.
didn't
women
need the
over
first one. We don't need
35,
another.
we
All that
should
man
just,
did was point some
because
shit
we're
out.
over
I got
35 and
mad.
we're
Wait.
unmarried, that we should just take anything that comes to us. And no, baby, I got standards. I am that girl. I don't know who he thought he was dealing with. I am that girl. I make my own money. I have my own job. I'm a good mom. I'm ambitious. I have goals. I have stuff that I do.
Right.
And on top of that, I look the fuck good. So what do you mean I'm gonna just take whatever because I'm over 35 and unmarried?
Hold on, Joe said all Kevin Samuels did was just point some shit out.
Yeah, that's all he did. He just pointed some shit out, and motherfuckers got mad. That's it.
Well, you know what? What's so funny about the things that he
That's a
pointed
pretty
out?
general statement, though.
It's so crazy because how he pointed out, he talked about this type of woman, that type of woman, and how did he know
Right.
And
I mean,
hey,
underneath a
he still
woman?
has skeletons in his closet, and I mean,
hey,
nobody
he
is
went out.
She
He
caught
went
him
out.
nobody
He
coming
is.
and
went
going,
out.
didn't she?
But most people gonna say he went out like a G. Like he
She
went
caught him
out.
coming and
I don't
going,
think most people
coming
know.
and going.
That's the same
Hey, y'all
thing Bill
remember?
Cosby did,
Hey,
though. All
Y'all
he did
remember the
was
color
point out
purple when Miss
the
Celie
issues in the
said
black communities and the things that black women were doing wrong or black people were, and look how he went out. He was sitting there drugging
I
women,
mean, but here's the reality.
allegedly
I
drugging
don't walk
women and
around.
raping them.
I don't walk around talking or trying to help every single person that I see. I don't walk around saying you should do this or you should do that to every person that I see. I do that to the people that I care about. So
right.
when it
Right.
comes to, and see, that's the thing. People say, oh, because he kept pointing stuff out about our community that he's an asshole and this, that, and the other. No, he gave a fuck. He gave a fuck enough to be ridiculed and called names in order to speak on some certain things. Yeah, he did he did it in some egregious
It,
manner
yeah,
sometimes.
I never
There was some
followed
ways
him.
I didn't agree with how he did some stuff,
It was the
but
delivery.
yeah,
It's a
delivery
delivery
might
and
have
it's
been
a
off.
generalized statements.
But
It's
but
the
stop. But here's the
generalizations that I
thing:
don't like.
take the emotions out and stop looking at the surface and go a little deeper
No,
and start
generalizations are not
listening to what this
necessarily
man was saying.
full of emotions. I'm not saying some of it wasn't true, but you can't base all black women on your experiences or what you see on the media or what you see on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of black women who are nothing like a lot of things that Bill Cosby said and Kevin Samuels said. I know a
It,
lot
ju-
of wonderful black people. You know what I'm
it,
saying? I'm not saying some of it wasn't true, but come on now, you like, you know what I'm saying? You just can't be.
I just
And
thought
it's
it was
always
amusing that
yeah,
he remember that scene in The Color Purple when Celie said how my daddy died, and the little girl said on
on
top of
top
me.
of me.
I I'm sorry. I felt that kind of I'm going to hell for this. I'm
Right.
going to hell for
hmm.
this. But I mean, I just
So
found
look,
that very ironic.
we got a dope show tonight, right? So we speaking on um rules of engagement, the dating do's and don'ts. All right. So I want to put this disclaimer out here. None of us, except for maybe Jocelyn, are
Don't say my government name.
have I said golden goddess. What are you talking about?
No, you did
Um,
it.
hey, the
Did
only
you?
time people know you mess up is when you point it out. So when it comes
Oh
to
my god.
Gigi, she is actually a you're like a specialist or something,
Why
right?
am
Like you like have the ability to dig in people's minds and tell them what they
She's
need to do,
degreed
right?
up.
Yeah, you degreed up, like you got some
Yeah.
degrees and some shit and
oh
digging
yeah,
in
that.
people's minds, right? What is
Yeah,
Yeah.
that?
Go ahead and
I
Go
flex.
ahead,
was
Go
take
ahead
a
and
able
flex
to
skill.
one
apply
time.
behavior science with a minor in human
Okay,
resource
behavioral
management,
science.
Go ahead
but
and
I'm not
Most
flex.
times,
using
people,
it. Yeah.
most therapists, are therapists because they was trying to fix themselves.
Period. And I was.
Period. And then they learn how to fix other people, and cool. They bring the education to it. So we're gonna do the timeline review real quick, right? And we will go ahead and go to commercial, and we'll come back. And while we're on commercial, I'm gonna need some people to do some shares. All right, I'm gonna need some shares done. I'm gonna need some stuff shared in
Yes,
Messenger,
please.
this, that, and the other, and
I'm in
all
jail.
that good stuff.
I was
Let me
So
see
cutting
if
up,
I
so
y'all.
can. Okay.
all right, so we'll do that, and we'll be right back. All right. So it is no panties after dark.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the deal? What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel. How you
She
feel?
looks like him.
Yeah.
I don't need to sit at your table. We building one. We in the process of building a table. We building a table. I don't gotta sit at your table. I'm building my own table, and I will build you a table in the presence of your enemies.
Hey folks, check out healthdaddywownet. 100% plant-based herbs and supplements. Whether you're in person or online, use the word tipping for 10% off. Remember, feel better, look great, healthdaddywownet. Remember, healthdaddywownet.
Habibi Trading Company, home of soap, sticks, and Saya Baba products. Over 400 locations at a store near you. Cincinnati, Ohio, Louisville and Lexington, Kentucky, Southern Indiana, or find yours online at sayababa.com. Again, that's sayababa.com. Habibi Trading Company, where you can find fragrances to incite your senses.
Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, bro. Elevate.
我说他是全网最大，你们有没有反对的？哎呦我去，哎呦我去，尴尬尴尬。吓尿了，来上一口，开播了啊！怎么都是水？
Yeah, I just had to show that again. I had to show that again. So look, we'll go ahead and do a timeline review. Anything specific that you want me to show or play or anything like that, y'all ladies let me know. But we're gonna do a timeline review. And then after that,
Okay.
we're gonna talk about celebrity news you can't use. And let's see, here we go.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ooh,
Slissy.
here's a good one.
Ooh,
Okay,
child.
let's look at this. Did we look at caliber?
I'm looking all swollen from the damn steroids from the damn sinus
Did
infection.
we look at caliber?
Let's look at that one and then the post right immediately above that also. That's the good one.
Okay, all right.
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate.
So this lady is going viral for actually admitting that she divorced the love of her life for one reason, because she wanted more money.
I've been divorced before. You know, my first marriage, we made all of the mistakes. Unfortunately, he passed away.
So why did you guys get a divorce?
Because I really wanted something different. It's very unfortunate because he was the most loving, kind person. I had all the love and support that I could have ever wanted. But I think I went through a period wanting money. Like I wanted to be with someone and be at a different level. And I saw him work all of the time. It's one thing to like work and work and work from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, day in, day out, and still have no resources. And for me to work, do the same, and just want a different life.
So, long story short, you wanted a different life and lifestyle than he was able to provide. And so you said, you know what, this, I'm out of here. I need more money.
I was selfish and took advantage of a real unfortunate situation, which was he loved me and David unconditionally. Every time we saw each other, like you knew that was your soulmate, right?
Wow, so he was your soulmate.
I
He
mean,
just loved you.
he really did.
And you broke his heart. Oh, don't cry too.
Listen, her ex is probably in heaven somewhere giving her the side eye. See, this is a situation that makes a lot of men feel like they damned if they do and they damned if they don't. Because in some cases, if you're unemployed and can't provide, you lose. But also, if you have a good job, work hard, make a decent living, and are able to provide for your family, for the wrong woman, it's just never enough. But this lady is an example of how statistics now show that the leading cause of why most American couples get divorced is because of finances. Now, there are plenty of good, faithful, and loving, beautiful women out there who would cherish and appreciate a hardworking man. But unfortunately, there are also many misguided young women who get wrapped up in the fantasies of a lavish lifestyle and will quickly leave their soulmate for a guy with some money. But like our elders used to say, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. And as this lady soon learned, that just because a guy makes more money, it doesn't make him a better man. Because frankly, there are a lot of cowardly, weak, dishonorable, and good for nothing goofball men out there with a wealthy salary. And truth be told, there are also a lot of, quote, high value men with low quality character. See, a wise man once said, man makes the money don't make the man. So you best believe if he was a sucker when he was broke, he gonna be a sucker with money. Now, greed can change people, but 9 times out of 10, if he was real when he was broke, he'll more than likely be real when he make money. Straight up. See, it's unfortunate that this lady and her child had to learn the hard way. And it wasn't until her ex-husband died that she finally realized what she had lost. Something that many people do not learn until it's too late.
Who I am today, I am the wife that I am to Lewis because I knew what it felt like to be loved so unconditionally.
Yeah. Wow. At least you can be honest and own your truth. I will applaud you 10 hands and toes down for that.
But I respect Shorty for sharing her story and being honest, because her mistakes can save a whole generation from falling from the same trap that she did. And let this be a very important lesson to appreciate what you have. Before life teaches you a hard lesson, it makes you appreciate what you had. Straight up. And listen, if you were enlightened or felt this video, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at Who Is Caliber. And just like that, we out.
Okay.
I never heard no shit like that in my life. All the
Okay.
women I know.
It was kind of.
I mean,
I've never heard of a woman doing that.
Because for
so let's just okay, real quick. Is she wrong? What y'all think?
Well,
Is she wrong?
yes and no.
I mean,
Yes and no. I mean, because you want to be with somebody that can provide. But the thing is, did you know before you got married that he was not a provider?
she had to know, like, whatever he was doing before the fact. I mean, whatever he was doing during the marriage is probably what he was doing before the fact.
The marriage.
You know what I mean? So what it says to me is that they didn't have no plan. That's what there was no plan.
They were not being accountable, and they were not dating with integrity.
It sounds like he might have gotten complacent in his job or position, or maybe he moved up and then became complacent, and to him that was good enough. But apparently with her, it just wasn't good enough for her.
And when you're dating and you're discussing marriage, you gotta like lay it out on the line, like this is what I need. This is what I need to sustain me. And that's for both parties. So he's got to lay it out what he needs to sustain him. You got to lay it out what you need to sustain you. And saying, and can y'all meet in the middle? Can I meet your needs? Can you meet mine? Is this worth us pursuing? And those are conversations. Those are hard conversations to have. But those
Right.
conversations need to be had before you embark on something. So yeah, she was,
That's
yeah,
something that I don't you don't hear women doing that a lot. You really hear women staying with that man because
and holding them down.
as we just said, we go
Yeah,
back out
that's
there like Bill Cosby, go get that goddamn
I ain't going
the
back out
yams,
there. That was
right?
me.
And go back out and keep coming back in like it ain't shit out there. Nope, it ain't shit out there. We keep thinking is, and we stay with the person. So that's very rare that a woman will leave a man, um, and leave with the comfort and the stability that she has
Right,
to go get something
right.
else because she know at least, and he loves her unconditionally. That's very rare to find unconditional love. So not only did she leave an unconditional relationship, she left stability to try to go get someone or to go be with someone else who had more money or her sugar daddies. And in the end, she ended up losing out on both, I guess. I don't know, but that's very rare. You don't hear that a lot.
But women,
To me, that's rare.
we normally stick it out thick and thin. Because
Girl, too
that was
much.
me in my last relationship. I was
Me
miserable for
too.
a long time, but it was like, okay, I ain't happy over here, but I ain't going back out there.
I don't see no
well.
change.
All I know is
What are they
that
coming?
she obviously sees what she lost. What you
Yeah.
say, Marcellus Map? What you think about that one? My man,
Oh,
Kiani, he
that's
said,
ghosting follower.
why is it women realize they messed up after the fact? I think that's everybody. Everybody
That's
realizes they
everybody, not
messed
just
up
women.
after the fact,
It's everybody.
you know.
It's
So,
everybody.
so here, let's grab something else. What was another one you said?
The
Timeline
one,
review
I think
here.
it was the one right above it, because I think that kind of plays into like our
I'm gonna
topic
share
for
with them.
tonight. Dating.
Which one? This one here? Kira
Yes, that
J.
one right there. Woo. Now that one, I felt
Okay,
that one in my
so
soul.
I'll go ahead and let's talk, ladies. Have you ever done this? I did for years. Now it's a requirement. When you date me, we celebrate everything. Talk to me,
Everything.
ladies.
Everything.
Fellas, need y'all to chime in too. So that
I'm
was
talking about
Miss T
everything. We
right
Halloween,
there.
we dressing up in matching costumes. We doing everything. We going
So let's
hard.
peep this. It says, it breaks my heart when y'all be trying to act like y'all don't care about dates, birthdays, and holidays because the person you with don't care to make it special for you. Man, why do people
Hmm.
pour their emotions out on social media? That's my first question. You know,
You
you
know
you
what? You
able to
gotta keep
sit
it in
here and
house.
talk. You able to sit here and talk on social media. And I know people that do that. They get mad, they get emotional, and they go to social media when you should be coming
Dear
to your
diary.
significant other.
They go to
Come to
social
your
media and say, "Dear
significant other.
diary, it's me. That's funny."
Man, yeah, talk to your diary, talk to your significant other,
Right. Or
whatever.
they
But
take it to
let's see what
Facebook.
Rosetta says. Oh, this is Rosetta. I love Rosetta.
She's
Rosetta
dope.
Stone. She's dope. She
You
be
gotta
out
put some
here
respect on
teaching.
her name is Rosette. She gonna
Rosette.
get you.
That's right.
Yeah, she gonna
Rosette.
get you.
Yeah, it's all good. We're gonna bring her on the show. Me and my
Yes.
husband have had times in our marriage that he's made more money than me. I'm old fashioned too, and vice versa. The base issue is really wanting to build with a partner versus
Right,
thinking the grass is greener on the other
right.
side.
Exactly.
You
Mm.
gotta water your own grass in your own backyard.
You
Yeah.
do.
And
Andy.
when we say water, we ain't talking about let the dog out and just pee on the grass. You know
No,
what I
no, no, no,
mean?
no.
Right.
You
You
got to
got to
pour
go
into
get
that
some,
thing.
yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
got to go get some real water. Pour it. And that's the thing. And that's one thing I can say that right now. I've learned that more, and I think my lady has learned that just the same. Where you know, ain't no more running. We not ain't no more like this don't work and then we bounce. Nah, this gonna work. So we gonna put the time,
You
the
ain't going back out
effort,
there.
exactly. It's not in
You ain't going
2022,
back out there. You ain't
June,
going back.
July.
You
2000,
Bill
no,
Cosby.
no,
I
we're
ain't
not
going back
going
out
back
there.
out. It's scary out there. You don't know if somebody's a
It's
guy,
It
a
is.
terrible out
girl. You don't know what's
Woo.
out there. Like I feel
We can have
bad
some
for
talk on
anybody
that.
single right now. You mess around, fall in love with
Pray for
somebody,
me.
and
Pray
then
for me.
they take the little patch off their Adam's apple, and all of a sudden they pull out a book bag with a thing in it, and I'm a dude, and then that's
not the
Backpack
book
supposed to
me,
be a
bag.
please.
female. I
Okay.
mean, like I don't need all that. I don't need all that. what's my man say? He said, oh, who is this? Kiani. I don't know if that's my man's, my lady, my sis. I don't know who or what Kiani is or isn't. It's all good. It doesn't matter because we don't worry about pronouns over here and all that stuff. Me and my love work things out, and as long as I pay my rent, I get to keep what's left over for my budget. Interesting.
Okay, okay,
Interesting. What y'all think about that?
okay.
That's an interesting comment.
You know
I
what?
mean,
When I was growing up, I was telling this to somebody the other day. I didn't realize until like a couple weeks ago, my mama was that girl. Because my daddy, he worked every day, and my mama worked too, but my daddy paid all the bills in the house. She didn't pay
Right.
for nothing. He paid all
yeah.
the bills in the house. I remember when they paid the mortgage off. Mortgage paid off early. He paid all the bills, bought all the groceries, took care of all the kids' needs, and then still put
Mhm.
money in her hand every week to go get her hair done. She went to the salon weekly and got her hair done. And she had her own job and had her own money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But all she had to do was just wake up.
Yeah.
And
But
Wow.
but but
you
see,
don't
but you
see that
see
no
what
more.
you think about that right there. That's a plan. Like that's a plan.
Mhm.
She
Right.
had responsibilities. He had responsibilities,
Right.
and that's how that worked
That's how
because
that
it was a
works.
plan. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I know, I do rent and I do utilities and anything extra else that's needed. I just here, baby. I sometimes it's just like here. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she's one who she loves to um, make sure that she's a part of helping to take care of things, and so I'm cool with that. So whatever she wants to put some money on, she does that. It's never a requirement, but she
That's
does that.
dope. That's
She
dope.
wants to, she wants to pay half of the mortgage or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's
Well,
cool.
shit, Joe, if you're
You know?
really a prince, I'll marry you.
Let me keep sharing this link.
But no, I was telling me and my cousin were talking about that the other night. I was like, and my mom, he didn't marry her for her culinary skills. She couldn't cook. He ate
Oh
that
wow.
salty fried chicken every day. She wasn't the best housekeeper.
Mm.
She was a very pretty woman, though. I was like, and he worshipped the ground she walked on. I was like, my mama was that girl. She had the
And that's
sauce.
another thing. That's another thing when we talk about that is that food. John Yah said Saturday on the Tipping Point show. He said whatever that woman cook, that man's gonna eat. So the
And
women,
happy to eat it.
are very responsible for the health and wellness of the family. So let me just throw that in there real quick. All
Mhm.
right, so date romantic men who like to plan dates and buy flowers instead of dating nonchalant men and trying to force them into something they think is pointless and unnecessary. Find someone that wants you enough to outgrow old relationship habits. If the desire for you is strong, it goes from I've never done that with any woman to I've never did that with any woman till you.
There you
I've
go.
seen stone cold men grow into romantic partners with the one they want.
That
Dope,
sounds
dope,
good.
dope, dope. And I agree with that. I mean, I can say that in my scenario, um, it's kind of the other way around where she was used to dealing with a bunch of hard noses, and I think I've been able to show her what it looks like when a man comes and just giving pure love. You know what I mean? Just like I don't, I don't want anything. I just want to love you. That's it. So then that's softening her up. She's let her guard down and allowed me in more because of what she's been able to experience in this relationship versus what she's dealt with in the past. So it's all good when it comes to that. What do y'all ladies say when it comes to what we were just looking at here with Miss Kira J? What y'all
That's
think?
also, I feel like those are conversations that you have early on in a relationship. That's a lesson that I learned the hard way, because I had to deal
Mhm.
with, I was with somebody who, like, my birthday would come around. My birthday is the same day every year. Birthday come around, oh shit, it's your birthday. I don't got no money. I can't even buy you nothing. And then, like, this last year, my birthday, I was with somebody who went balls to the wall for me, like set it all out. So those are, I feel like those are conversations that you have
Yeah.
up front. Like, are you a romantic? You know, saying like, I like flowers. I want to be given flowers. I want to be given compliments. Compliments are
Mm-hmm.
my love language. I want you to like go out for me on my birthday because I do those things. Like when it's like a holiday gift giving situation, I'm going to
Yeah.
go all in for my partner. I'm going to spend the money. I'm gonna,
Mm-hmm.
I give amazing gifts. I'm going all in. I like to
Right.
surprise you. I might even bring you a bouquet of flowers. So,
Right.
I want to know, like, when I do those things, are you gonna reciprocate that for me?
Mm.
Yeah. And
Those are
don't use the cop
conversations that
out.
you got to
Don't use
have
that
up
cop
front.
out. Don't use the cop out of, oh, I show you love all through the year. No, you don't always give me
No,
flowers all through the year. No, the hell you don't. No, you know what I'm saying? No, my
I
birthday is
want
not
extra
every
love on those
all through the
days. You
year.
show me love
Right.
all through
It's
the year,
like certain
extra love on
days
those days.
I want, yeah, I want a little extra attention or I just want something special. And there's no harm in showing some special favors or doing something special on certain days of the year.
Special
It's just there's
favors.
no harm in it at all.
Special favors.
Special
Yeah,
favors, y'all
and
know what I
I've
mean.
been seeing a guy off and on since since
What
I've
do you
been
mean by
single. We've been
hold on?
dating
You
off
say
and on.
special favors, and then you stick an apple in your mouth.
I am being that like
So I've
that.
been seeing somebody off and on for like a year, like saying we go through our phases or whatever. And he's a really good guy. He's when I say he laid it all out for me on my birthday last year, he really did. Like here's an example. He's really into he's a Virgo like myself, so he gets me. He's really into the grand gestures. So example, before I moved into my house, so just by my house, I had accidentally washed my AirPods. Now we all know that I'm a gym rat. I work out every single morning. And you can't have your workout. You can't go hard in the gym if you don't got your earbuds. I was in the process of closing on my house, so I couldn't really spend a whole lot of extra money to replace my AirPods. So I had to get some generic ones on Amazon, and I struggled through like 3 pairs of those. This one didn't work right. I didn't like this one. He noticed that, and look what he bought me, a new pair of AirPods. I didn't ask him for a pair of AirPods, but he
Right.
noticed that was a need, and he took care of that for me. And so, but those are things like we talked about that up front before we
The
started
little
dealing,
things.
like little things like that. Like,
Hashtag little things
it was
matter.
little, and that was big for me. Like, wow, you bought me a pair of AirPods. Like, now I'm gonna slob you down. It's the little
Hey,
things. Little things count. It's
hold
all my
on,
Virgos is in here.
hold
Virgos is
on,
in
hold
here.
on. You're not about to just run past that. You was like and you was going in on that apple. I mean, um. So you said
I'm on a cleanse, so I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
that you slide them down. You that's what you get
Right.
when you do
You're gonna
right.
get extra
Right?
love.
You get rewarded, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. And
Yeah. And
this is interesting for me because this was a situation where we sat down in the beginning and I knew what I was getting into, and I said, listen, I know what I'm getting into, and so I said I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. It took a while for for me to be consistent, basically, for me to be consistent in this relationship, for her to really realize that, look, there's no reason to have any malice towards this man because this man ain't doing nothing but showing me that he loves me, and that's it. And so
consistency is key.
here's how we go. This is what I'm talking. We went from a long way, right? First time walked in with some flowers. She walked past me, not even knowing like what the hell I was doing with them flowers.
Right.
Then she was like, and I was like, damn. She's like, oh, I didn't know what you was doing with those. Like, I didn't know where you was gonna put them or what. I mean, she didn't think I'm walking in here with flowers. First thing, most, oh, are those for me? But now if it's a totally different thing for walk in with some flowers. So it's just consistency, man, and I get it because there's a lot of inconsistent guys out here in the dating pool, just like there's a lot of inconsistent women as well. So look at this one, Jason Barker. He says
Well, that's
the
why.
dating pool isn't tainted. It simply has hurt individuals that fail to deal with their traumas and insecurities. Woo! Which
That's
all
some
of
deep
them
shit.
share one common bond Emotional immaturity. Absolutely. Healthy
That's some
relationships
deep shit.
matter.
He's gonna be on in a couple weeks with us, and I can't wait.
You're right, Rosette. Not used to actual romance because there's there was a lot of fugazi dudes out here. Let's just be honest. So here's the thing: we've gone through a generation of boys who were raised by women that didn't get to see men do the taking care of things
Exactly.
like what happened years ago when I was growing up. You know, so with that in mind, as we've gone through that generation, now we have guys that fatherless, and they don't know how to be romantic. They don't know how to truly date out here. You know what I mean? It's all about just
Right.
getting that booty and moving on.
And out.
And
Right.
you know,
And see, and
I
I
get
grew up
it.
seeing that. My father, he loved the shit out of my mama. And
Yep.
like
Yep.
holidays, birthdays, and he went hard for her. She'd wake up, there'd be roses. He buy her perfume. Like all she had to do was just wake up. That's all she had to do
Yep.
every day. And he went hard for her. He went hard for me. He showed me what a real man is supposed
Yep.
to be like. So I'm sitting here like I'm not wanting to accept anything less. And if you show up with something less than that, I'm looking at you like that's not how my daddy would have done it. Because I was raised,
Absolutely.
I saw that. I had an example of that.
Absolutely. So, I agree. My pops was the same way. And, I got a chance to see what PDA looks like. I got a chance to see just what I consider real love, man. So let's check this out right here.
Listen, y'all gonna learn that calling us fat don't really bother us. Niggas out here licking rolls, toes, and booty holes. Like, we real life pressure. Quit playing with us.
That's my very own TG. Hilarious.
I love her.
So,
That was so cute.
she tried to
That
pop
was
back in
cute.
again. Okay. So look, let's go ahead and get into some celebrity news you can't use. And we'll jump to commercial real quick and we'll be right back. He says he loves some big women.
Choked you up, huh?
Yeah, because I mean, Gigi ain't a big woman.
Yes, I am.
She's
thick.
I'm big.
You see that waist?
According to
She's
Kevin
that
Daniels,
all
I'm
that
obese,
ass.
so I'm big.
Girl,
I'm a big
please.
girl.
You thick. Stop
Girl,
I'm
playing.
big.
please.
I'm bigger than what I want to be. So that's
I
Girl,
mean,
please.
there may be that, but you thick. Stop playing.
The
you.
ass to waist ratio
Hey.
says other.
Yeah, exactly. That's always. Stop playing.
Yeah, that ass to waist
Either way,
ratio.
we
You know.
on a commercial while people
Thank
over here telling fibs and whatnot. So we're gonna go ahead and go to commercial. We'll be right back, y'all. It's no panties after dark.
Hey folks, check out healthdaddywow.net. 100% plant-based herbs and supplements. Whether you're in person or online, use the word tipping for 10% off. Remember, feel better, look great, healthdaddywow.net. Remember, healthdaddywow.net.
All right, y'all. We are back. It is No Panties After Dark. So, we want to get into celebrity news you can't use. Want to have a little bit of fun. So, Miss T, if you want to take it over, pretty brown skin, and give us some tea, as you call it.
I don't know if we're gonna call this segment kind of fun. This is some heavy stuff that I done picked up today. So I done noticed today, breaking news, R. Kelly sentenced to 30 years in prison. What do you guys think about that? 30 years? Y'all think that's fair? I got an opinion, and I don't think everybody's
What
gonna
is the
agree with my
sentencing
opinion.
though? What is he sentenced with?
Okay,
Sex
so let's
trafficking.
see.
Sex trafficking?
Says that he
So
was convicted of all 9 counts in his sex trafficking case.
I feel bad that he's been outed by the music community and not able to get his celebrity to get out of jail free card. But I don't feel bad for what he did. It's terrible. I think that, but see, no, okay. Let me rephrase it. There's a whole lot of other people around that
We're about to get into that.
should be convicted.
I'm about to get into that.
That's what I'm
Don't
really
cancel
thinking.
us, y'all.
they just
I'm
haven't got caught
go
yet.
there. I'm about to go there, and don't y'all
Okay, go
cancel
there.
us. Hear me out, y'all. Hear me out. Don't cancel no panties after dark. This is just solely my opinion. I don't see some of those girls and women as victims. I see them as employees. Because think about it. Hear me out. Those girls that when they went missing and we haven't heard from our daughter in 5 years, why did it take 5 years for you to come to the media and say, I haven't seen my child? You know why it took 5 years? The money ran out. What happened was they were getting their stipend, they were being paid for these girls. And when the money ran out and he couldn't pay no more, now all of a sudden it's a problem. That's my take on it. So if he's getting 30 years, I feel like the parents of these girls should be getting the same time. You sold your child to R. Kelly. What do you guys think?
You know them people, so they
did.
Yeah, they were
I know
probably
that.
pretty sure they were getting money for those girls, but at the same time, when we talk about
It's
morality,
strife.
he should be held accountable. That's it,
I'm
and
not
that's all
saying that
I'm
he
saying.
shouldn't be held
Yeah.
accountable.
I
What I'm
mean, and I
saying
don't feel
is,
sorry for him because he got his get out of jail pass with Aaliyah. He got his pass the last time when he got caught pissing on that girl. He already
No,
got
you're
those
right.
passes
Right.
already. So this he got the do not pass code, do not collect $200. It's just that's it and that's all.
I
No,
don't feel
you're
bad
right.
for him at all, but I just feel like those parents, those people that sold him their children, they all need to be held accountable too. Y'all are not victims. You sold your child. You took your child. One of them took their child to a concert and introduced them to R. Kelly with the intent of this happening to be paid. So I
Yeah.
feel like not only should he be held accountable because what he did was he
Right.
did some horrendous shit. We're not discounting what he did, but what I am saying is those people were paid.
Yeah, they were.
They were paid.
I believe
It
them.
was one
Yeah.
girl, she
I
wrote a
mean,
book and she said she had to write the book. She had no choice because the money ran out. She was being paid for her services. And she was
Yeah.
recruiting the girl. She was a girl at one point, and when she became of age, she went out and got more girls. And she had to write that book, the tell all book, because the money ran out. So she got to live with him for free. She got to travel with him for free. She got to go shopping on his dime, and she got an allowance.
yep.
She was paid. So that's my position is that everybody got to be held accountable,
Yeah.
not just
No,
Keep
I
him.
her
agree.
of age. When she got of age, I think that's what the law is tripping off because yeah, the parents got to be held accountable, but it was him that was actually doing the act of
Now that's
trafficking
the
these
thing.
women and keeping these women, I guess, hostage and for his own
But
sexual.
if they sold them, then the
But
parents are traffickers.
the parents are just as
Hostage.
They're complicit.
from what
Hostage though.
every woman's from the accounts that They couldn't do anything without permission. They were barely, I guess, able to. One thing about the Stockholm syndrome is when you're being held against your will, eventually, or in a situation where you don't have freedom to do things, eventually, I guess you're gonna at times start having feelings for your abuser and trying to protect them. So it probably got to a point where they didn't even want to leave because number one, they were living this great lifestyle, but number two, it's mental. A lot of times abuse is very mental. You
It
know what I'm
is.
saying? And emotional. So why they weren't able to leave, I guess, until they were able to leave. I don't know. I don't know the whole situation, but a lot of them said they couldn't eat without his permission. They couldn't sleep without his permission. They couldn't go to the bathroom. Like everything they did, he had total control of everything that they did.
Right. And
And
I'm
that's
I'm
what
not
I'm
discounting their experiences there. But what I am
Yeah.
seeing is they were paid employees. So
Right.
I just feel like that everybody involved. I'm not saying that he needs to skate free. What I'm
Right.
seeing is everybody involved needs to be held accountable for that. Not just him.
Appearance. Yeah, I think some of his crew got held accountable for it too, for like going to the schools and stuff like that, and
Lock them
and
all up.
recruiting
All of
girls.
them.
Yeah,
I wish I would take my daughter to an R. Kelly concert.
yeah,
And on top of that, he's been telling us for years who he was. He's the Pied Piper of R&B. I was like, do people not know the story of the Pied Piper? Played the flute
right.
and attracted the little kids to follow him.
Yeah,
There's no way I would take my daughter
That's
in
that,
that
but
situation.
and you know what's crazy is that people said Pied Piper. Um, it's like people said it, but they didn't really know the whole story of the Pied
They
Piper.
didn't.
they didn't. They
Right.
didn't think about it. They really
I knew
didn't
who the
think
Said it
Pied
about it.
as a great musician, so dope that everybody just loves him. But I don't think people really do the story
They
of the
didn't.
Pied Piper
Because
attacking the children and
when we
stuff
thought
like that.
Pied Piper, we thought, oh my God, it's just this guy with great musical talent bringing people to his music through music. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
he
a
was
Pied
telling us
Piper.
what he
We
was
really
about all
wasn't.
along.
No, what I'm saying is that we people were not using their critical thinking skills when he was saying I'm the Pied Piper of R&B. There was a deeper meaning to it that we didn't realize, or people didn't actually realize or think about it until it was too late or to after the fact, until they start hearing all these things like, oh, this dude really is a Pied Piper. He really is using his flute, piccolo, or whatever the hell, his music to attract these little kids to follow him.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know.
No, I knew what
That's
I
that
don't
shit
know.
meant.
So look, all right. So we got R. Kelly. Who else is in celebrity news you can't use?
Ghislaine Maxwell, she got sentenced today
Hmm.
also. Jeffrey Epstein's bottom bitch, because true love is finishing each other's sentences. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't think that she was gonna make it to this day. I just knew they were gonna kill her because she's got dirt on so many people. She's got dirt on Prince Andrew, the Prince of Wales, Queen Elizabeth's son. She got dirt on him, the
Hmm.
Trumps, the Clintons. Like she got dirt on so many people. I just knew she was going. I didn't think she was gonna live, but they gave her
I
20
didn't think so
years.
either because I mean they got Epstein,
Right, and
and
they killed
he
him.
killed himself.
Killed himself.
Um, but I mean, and I think it was like he wasn't playing along, right?
Right.
So
He wouldn't.
maybe
He
that
wouldn't
was
cooperate. They said she cooperated, but she still ain't gave up. That list has not been made public. I want the list. I want to
yeah.
know.
Man, the day that they make that public,
Woo! I want to know.
yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
I'm
And
over
and
here
what
like
and what
Joe.
was it
I
all
want
about? I
to
mean,
know.
this wasn't just like underage women or not, or was this was what?
Yeah,
This was just
teenagers.
it
So
was
they would
all
go to
underage women.
all underage women. They would like go to the high schools and they would recruit the girls, and then they would bring them to his place, and like they would give like massages, body rubs, and jacking off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they were recruit
Some little
teenage girls,
kids.
and then like after you got of age, then you would go and you would recruit the other girls and tell them like of your experience and how much money that you got paid, and you would bring the other girls in. And that's how they kept it going. And they were sponsoring these girls and taking them to summer camps and all kinds of stuff. Like these girls were like, I'm sitting here like, there's no way in the world my daughter is coming home from high school with Gucci Prada and I don't know where the fuck it came from. But that's what was going on. Like they was bringing these girls in.
Jamal was
Are we
right
talking
about
about the Epstein?
about R. Kelly said that he told us from jump who he was. People got caught up in the music and didn't care about his perversions, and that's true because y'all knew from jump when he was with the whole Aaliyah situation. Yeah, everybody scratched their head and was like, "What the? Are you serious?" You know, and you know, but you know, you remind me of my Jeep, so you know what I mean. People got caught up and was like, you know, R. Kelly would make songs that the first time you hear it, you'd be like, the fuck is he talking about? And then the next time, 2 or 3 times, you'd be like, okay, all right, you remind me of my credit card. I got you. I just want to spend you. But either way, on to the next. Definitely thought she would have got murked in jail. I really don't see how she avoided it. I really feel like maybe because her being a woman maybe helped her avoid getting murked. Maybe she played along, whereas Epstein with the bravado was like, nah, I'm about to take all y'all down. I don't know. Maybe she was able to take care of some favors or something in jail. I don't know.
Because remember when Trump sent her that message and he told her to just chill and everything was gonna be okay in so many words. He was like, he basically told her to shut the fuck up. I forget exactly the verbiage that he used, but he told her to shut the fuck up and chill and everything was gonna be
Trump
okay.
did that?
Trump did that. This is when he was still president, when she first got locked up. I can't remember the
Trump
exact
be doing
verbiage.
stuff. Trump was doing stuff where he'd be like talking to you about the State of the Union. He'd be talking to you about the State of the Union, and then he'd be like, Giselle, just don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. And he'd just go back on and start talking about the State.
That's what he was doing. And he told her to shut the fuck up and don't say nothing, and she was gonna be okay. That's what he told her. That's how I took what he said. I can't remember the exact verbiage he used, but I was like, wow, he got some nuts on him. Just breezing.
Man.
That was crazy.
A real G in office. That's what we just lost. Now we got a ghost. So you know, what you say? We Bill Cosby was on the list too for celebrity news you can't use.
He celebrated
what has he done now?
Freedom. He's free. He celebrated 1 year of freedom today.
Okay.
But what's crazy to me, okay, so just last week he lost that lawsuit where that girl sued him, a woman sued him for something that happened like 70 years ago, where she was 15 and he took her to the Playboy Mansion, like back in like whenever that was. And I just would have thought the statute of limitations and I ran out on that. I'm gonna be all the way honest with you. We want to believe women. We don't want to say women lie. We stand with women. We want to believe women. But why does it take for everybody else to come out, for you to pile on, and then 7 decades later decide that you need a payday too? I didn't like that.
A lot of times they do try to come out. They do. And a lot of times they're bullied or railroaded or threatened that their careers are going to be over or nobody's going to believe them and different things like that. A lot of them did try to come out and they were told, oh, who's going to believe that America's father ever did anything like that? And they're pretty much
he
paid
told
to
it in his stand-up routine. The Spanish Fly. He told us he did the shit.
I'm just saying this is why a lot of times they don't come out. Right.
I'm not saying he didn't do it. I'm just saying leave that man the fuck alone now. He about to die.
Fuck him.
Leave him alone. At the end of the day, that was a payday there. That was a payday. She didn't even care. She didn't care about him being held accountable. She just wanted the money.
That was one to me. You know, I say anybody that sexually assaults anybody, especially if they feel like they gotta drug them, fuck them.
He did, but he most definitely did that shit.
I don't feel no fucking.
Oh shit!
Is this
not Uncle 40? Come on, Uncle 40.
Is this the new the new Bill Cosby slogan? Sprinkle me.
Oh, they water with your sprinkle, man.
Sprinkle me, baby.
E40's
you know, Bill Cosby just hit you with a little, sprinkle.
Little I believed
Little razzle
everybody
dazzle.
except for Janice Dickinson because she said that he stole her innocence, and I just feel like innocence and Janice Dickinson don't belong in the same sentence. But I believed everybody. I believe he did that shit. He admitted that he did that shit. He told us about it in the stand up. Here's the thing: these people are telling us what they're doing. R. Kelly told us what he did. Bill Cosby told us what he did. They're telling you what they're
Hold
doing.
on. When did Bill Cosby tell us what he did?
The Spanish fly jokes.
Oh,
He told us
okay.
that he did the shit. He told us he
Okay.
did it. I'm just of the, you know what I'm saying, he just got out of jail. He did his. I'm wondering why this woman that just came forward, why she didn't come forward before when the other trials were going on. Like, why you wait till after he get out of jail to come forward with it? Now that's all I'm wondering. I'm just feel like now this is just about a payday. Like, if you wanted him held accountable, why didn't you get in on it when Andrea Constead got in on it, when all that went down? You know what I mean?
That's crazy. About a payday.
Yeah. So, but
They're trying to
he's
get candy
celebrating a
bars.
year out of prison and he's free and all the best to him.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, either way, as we move on, we got our main topic of the day, right? What are we talking about here? It is rules of engagement, the dating do's and don'ts. So, what we're gonna do? Step one, step two, number one, two, three, dating do's and don'ts. What you thinking?
I don't know. We just gonna wing it. That's what we do over here. No panties after dark. Suck our drawers off and go wing.
Uh, okay, here I'm gonna do 15 do's and don'ts when dating. Do turn up on time.
That's important.
And this is funny because they say do turn up on time, and turn up is that's a slang. So I don't know what they're saying, but do turn up on time. I guess show up on time, right?
Okay, sure.
Number two, don't talk about how great you are. Do y'all ever experience that?
All the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Turn off. Big time.
Yeah.
Okay. Number three, do be interested. What you
What?
think?
Woo! And that's the one. You ever talk to somebody and their conversations just dry, like you feel like you got to keep it going, and now you're like uncomfortable,
Yeah.
like I got to keep this flowing. Like it's
Yeah. I don't like quiet men anymore. After my ex-husband, I don't like introverts or quiet men. So if I gotta carry the conversation, it's a red flag for me.
I've been dating an introvert off and on, but he talks a lot.
Now, here's a
Like
big
he'll
one.
talk my ear off.
Don't keep checking your phone. Now,
Turn
in
off.
this day and age, that's one of the things that I think is most difficult for a lot of people. You'll see people sitting at a table or something, and both of them are sitting on the phone, or maybe you and your lady trying to have an evening where y'all chill with each other, and she's sitting there scrolling, and scrolling and scrolling. I'd be like, hey, why don't we scroll together? Let's put that up on TV so we can scroll, and that way she gets to scroll, but we get to do it together because we flash it up on the TV or whatever, or we cuddle up and let's scroll down your timeline like you're doing anyway, and
Right.
we could that I could see how you could work that in together, but I think it's ugly to sit there and just be
I
sitting
hate
on your
that
phone
shit.
like that.
I hate
Yeah.
that shit. That's a huge
Yeah, they're
no
at
no for
dinner.
me. Don't take me to dinner and we're both gonna sit there and play on our phones. Like if you're gonna take me out, like your attention needs to be on me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Number five, do listen more. Okay. So that means shut up. Like Dave Chappelle would say, you could shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Two ears, one
listen.
mouth.
Man, I know some people that don't know how to listen. Just sit back, chill, stop trying to finish my sentences and listen. And guess what? We could have great conversation if you listen and
Exactly.
then respond. Don't
Or
be
listen.
underdressed. Go ahead.
I was gonna
Or
say, or
listen what?
listen, not to listen to rebut, but like to listen to like understand and have a conversation. There's a difference. Some people like
And
listen
then
to
don't
talk
rebut.
at you, right?
What was that? John Gray. Women are from uh, what Venus, men are from Mars, and he said that about when women come home and they want to talk about that day, they're talking about all the things that might have messed up or went wrong. Men typically want to always fix things, so we may respond with a oh well, maybe you should have did this or maybe you should have did that, when really she just wants to vent, she just wants to talk about
Right.
it, she wants to let
I don't
the
want you to
steam.
fix it. I just want to talk and
Cause either
then
she gonna
get
talk,
it
either
out.
she gonna sit there and spend hours with her girlfriends after work on the phone and vent to them and talk about the day or whatever, or she could do that with you if you just listen, you know.
You know what? And I
But
had that conversation with, the guy I've been seeing or whatever. Like I wanted to vent about something. So then we actually had like a huge disagreement about it. And then I changed my mind. I was like, you know what, never mind. And I ended up talking to my girlfriends about it. He was like, well, why didn't you talk to me? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, because you always want to fix it. I don't want you to fix this for me. I just want to talk,
mm,
and you always want to come up with a solution, and then I don't always like your solution. I don't like, said I don't like what you come up with. I just want to talk to my girls, get it all out, and then I'm gonna figure it out on my own. But men do that; they want to make it better for you, and then some men
that's
get
Sometimes you
mad
just
when you
want to
don't
vent.
take their suggestion.
we
Yeah, you
need
just
to we
want to
need to
vent.
hit up
Sometimes you just want to get it out. That's all. Just want to converse. You
we
don't
need
want
to
to.
hit up John Gray.
You don't need a. You don't need a solution. You just need to talk. Just get it off your chest. That's it.
That's it. We need to hit up John Gray, see if we can get a deal where we sell his books and get
Oh
some money off
man,
of it. 'Cause that's a good book
that
that
was
everybody
funny.
can get.
Remember when we were chatting and I was like, John Gray? I was like, that nigga just got caught cheating on his wife. You was like, what? And there was two John Grays. That was hilarious.
You talk about the pastor. Yeah. So number 6 is don't be underdressed. All right. Have y'all went on dates with somebody like where first date, y'all maybe he picks you up or whatever the case, or y'all meet and he's underdressed?
It's happened.
Yes, it's
It's
definitely
happened.
happened.
Yeah.
It's happened.
Is that
But
is
that
that is
comes
that
with,
a
saying
no?
like when we're planning the first date, like let's plan like what we're going to be doing, where we're going to be going, so that way we can both be dressed accordingly.
Well, I went out with a white guy, and I'm in Southern California. I guess going out to dinner meant wearing fucking cargo shorts and flip flops. So,
Woo,
um,
girl.
yeah, that's what they do out here year round. And I was super
Uh-uh.
overdressed, but I didn't care.
So you came
So
like
so
foxy, and he came looking like,
He was cute too. He was very nice looking, but he had on cargo shorts, a t-shirt,
so did
and
that kill it? Did he not get a second date based solely off of that?
no, I didn't second date him. No.
Hmm.
yeah, it
I
was a
mean,
turn off.
can he be underdressed and then hit other points?
I mean, it's fine with me, but it just really wasn't a connection anyway. So,
Hmm.
Oh, okay, so
Okay.
conversation wasn't even good, huh?
the conversation was cool. It was all right. I,
I
I
mean,
just
but
feel like
but
I think it was just probably me because I've never really dated a white guy like that. So it was just kind of awkward, just trying to figure out the conversation that we're gonna have that's gonna be neutral. That's not gonna be about Juneteenth or Trump. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh,
I'm
you
just
know
saying
what?
it was the end of last year, but my
But your
point was
experience, like he
just
kind
trying
of
to
used
figure
you
out
like
what the
as an
neutral
experiment.
conversation.
He was kind of
Huh?
using you as an experiment.
no,
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 I mean they do that
she
all
was
the
saying
time out
he
here.
wasn't talking about that stuff. She was
No,
just
I'm just
saying that she was trying to find the conversation where it wouldn't be about that.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Because I've
but
had that experience with, I've dated white guys before, and I don't date white guys anymore because like I dated a white guy before, and I know that you don't normally talk like that, but you talk like that because I'm black, and like that's not cute.
right,
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you trying something new. That wasn't cute.
right.
So number 8 is don't try and be perfect. No one is perfect, and no one is looking for Mr. or Mrs. Perfect. No relationship is built on perfection, so no need to worry if your date doesn't seem too impressed with your little quirks or silly habits. Your imperfection is what makes you perfect. I'm a goofball. I can say that. and I tell lame jokes that make you laugh, and I do it on purpose. I mean, but that's me. It's really
Right,
just
right.
me, and I tell lame, goofy jokes. I'm quick with it, with goofy stuff, and and I have had no issues with anyone saying, "Oh, nah, he's a lame." They laugh and love it. So she laughs and loves it, and that's it. But
You
that's
know
me.
what? And I kind of tend to like lay it all on the line, like up front, like it's so you know what you're getting into. And I'm a goofball too. Y'all know I'm a nut. I'm a character, and I'm a sex symbol. So I'm gonna tell you, I dress sexy. I wear makeup. I like my wigs and my lashes. You're not gonna catch me without it. Like, is that a problem for you? Like, because some men they don't be into that. But I like to just lay it all up front. I'm a goofball. Like you hanging out with me, there's going to be random song and dance routines. I talk in song. Like my best friend and I, we sing songs to each other all day long. I talk in songs. I crack jokes. I laugh at everything. I'm a nut. So like if me being goofy and extroverted, I'm a little bit. I'm an extroverted introvert. So I don't know strangers. Everybody speaks to me. Everybody likes my energy when I go out in public. If you can't handle that, then you ain't for me, and I ain't for you.
And so so when we say don't try and be perfect, I just always just try to be me, and
Just be
that's
yourself.
it. And
Be yourself, and either they gonna vibe with it or they not.
yeah, exactly. That's right. Do make eye contact. Number 9. Do make eye contact. How important is that for you, Gigi?
I mean, that's a given. We're talking to each other. I mean, unless you have
You like
autism or Asperger's or something like that, I we gonna look at each other. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Unless I mean, and I actually did go on a date with a guy, and instantly I knew he had Asperger's. Well, he was a chef, but just because he kind of reminded me of my son, I figured that's why he didn't really make very much eye contact. And sometimes people just don't like to look at people in the face or in the eye, and that's okay. But I don't mind it. Yeah, that's a given. I always look people in the face or make eye contact.
So okay, I had to look that up real quick just to make sure I knew what Asperger's syndrome
Oh,
was.
Asperger's is on a spectrum of autism. It's on the spectrum.
It's high
Very, very,
functioning.
very, very high functioning. Like, yeah, very, very high functioning. Yeah,
My
like I said,
oldest
the guy
son has
was a chef.
Asperger's.
Yeah, he was a chef. I mean, he could cook and everything, but I could just tell by the way he act. He was on the spectrum, and that wasn't. It didn't bother me. It just bothered me that he reminded me of my son and my son's friends.
Oh, that's a
So
turn off right there.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't want to date nobody that provides you
right.
with yeah. Hmm. All right, so we're at number 10. Don't spend too long talking about past relationships. Um, you know what?
I
I think that
disagree
might
with that.
be one more time.
I mean, you don't want to like talk about it like all night, but I think like, well, maybe not on the first date, but I think that talking about your past relationships with somebody that you're currently dating, because like you
Eventually.
take things away from those past relationships. So like
And
your
I
past,
think this is talking more about, like, let's say if your past relationship was somebody that you really loved and whatnot, and you're talking about all the positive things, because what it says is this subject is best mentioned and not elaborated on. Nobody wants to hear how much you love your ex and how wonderful your life was with them. If you find yourself in the middle of this conversation, I suggest you moonwalk out the bar and get a taxi home. So
mm,
uh
well, if
I
your
don't
life
never
is
hear
so wonderful
anybody.
with them, why you're not with them anymore?
I don't never hear anybody speaking of their ex in reference to how much they loved being with them. It's usually how much they were hurt or how much they did love them, but they were hurt.
exactly.
So it's and
Because in a sense,
sometimes you need to know what that ex did so you won't make the same mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
And you need to
I,
understand what you did wrong also and hold yourself accountable. So like in your last relationship, like this is what I did to contribute. Because like when you break up, everybody contributes to that. So this is what I contributed to it. This is what he contributed
right.
to it. This is what I took from it. And this is what I don't want to do again. Those are important conversations to have.
to have with with a partner or a potential
Right.
partner. You need to know. I want to know what your ex did, the things that turned you off, or things that she did that you didn't like, or different things like that. I want to know because I don't want to make the same mistakes. And if I
Right.
feel like I'm anything similar to her, I need to let you know in advance because it's not gonna work.
There you go. Do be honest. Number 11. Don't think too far ahead. Number 12.
So I can't plan
Uh,
our wedding and name my kids on the first date.
It's saying enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Forget what might happen, what could happen, and all the variables, and just enjoy your date. Focus on connecting and being happy in the moment. Do offer to pay for the bill. You know what? And that's been conversation lately. There's been some stuff out there in social media. We've been talking about that,
Oh
right?
my God.
Conversation lately. Do offer to pay for the bill. I think we might even had a conversation about that ourselves in our own text
We
thread.
did.
But it's oh yeah, remember the text
The
the
two
text
hundred
thread
dollar date.
joint. The $200 date. And she was like, the next day she was like, it was nice, but no thank you, I'm good. And then he was like, all right, cool, that's that's dope, but I'm gonna
I
need
want my
half
money
the
back.
bill back. I'm gonna need half my money back. You know what I mean? Because but I mean, I think it's important. Women, a woman should offer. That's all I'm saying. Offer.
Well, if he's
Someone
paying the
should offer.
bill, I'm gonna grab the tip. So if you invited me
I mean,
out and you
it's
grab the
not
bill,
even that.
I'm gonna grab the tip.
Yeah, but and most guys like myself,
Y'all
I'm
grab
like,
the
no,
tip.
man, don't worry about it. I got you. And now further along in the
I'm not
relationship,
offering
be like,
shit. I'm
okay,
sorry.
baby, go ahead, take care of the tip. You know what I mean?
I'm
Why?
not
Because
offering nothing.
you know she wants to
Not
help
on
you
the
be
first
involved.
date.
No,
Not on the
I'll
first
grab
date.
the
But I
tip.
mean,
But
it's just
Yeah, the
all about
tip.
the
I'll
offer.
definitely do the
All
tip.
about the offer. Look, it says guys
just
find
the
it
tip.
attractive if a lady shows intention of paying for the bill. It's sexy and shows that she is able to look after herself. But guys, if you are reading this, not let first dates take control of the payment, as the ladies like the same quality in us. So yeah, all they're saying is just the offering, and further the relationship. Yeah, she does the tip, just the tip.
Yeah.
Just the
All we
tip.
do,
Yeah. That's
just
it.
the tip. If that's all we try to do. It's just okay, baby, here, just the tip.
But
Mm-hmm.
you know what? At $200 date, they still on Twitter talking about that. They've been talking about that since 2009 on Twitter. They're still talking
Right.
about that. I had a guy that I was gonna go out with. This is a long, long time ago, years ago, when we were first talking about $200 dates. And do you know? So I live in Louisville, Kentucky. For those of you who are not local with us, and he was coming from across the bridge in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Do you know that he factored in his gas money to get to my house in the $200 date?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
We never went
it's
on a
only
date,
a
but he
two
factored
hundred
in
dollar date.
I bet the fuck
he
y'all didn't
factored
go
in
on a
his
date. I
gas
wouldn't.
money. He factored in his gas money. He factored
Wow.
in his meal. He said, I'm gonna have two drinks, you're gonna have two drinks, we're gonna have an appetizer. He factored in the gas money to take me home and expected me to drop draws at the end of the night. We did not go on a date.
Yeah, we wouldn't either.
We didn't
I
go on a
wouldn't.
date. And he had the nerve to tell me that I was a solid seven. A solid seven? He's married to a severe five right now. So best of luck to him.
Y'all are silly.
I've
So
never
last but
argued
not
with you about
least,
that.
we got don't use cheesy lines, and number 15, do throw in a compliment or two. I think
Compliments are my
one
love
thing
language.
to remember is, for ladies to remember is that guys love compliments too. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Well, yeah, of
they do.
course.
I'm gonna
We
hype you
love
up.
compliments too. If
Yeah.
if if I'm I mean, but let it be genuine, of course. But if you think I'm looking handsome today, then let me know. I want to
Right.
hear that. So I think that's important. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna hype you up. I'm
Exactly.
like, come on, check
Right.
you out, Big
I
Daddy. I'm gonna
definitely
hype
don't
you
mind
up.
complimenting a man.
James said solid seven. He was a terrible two.
He was. He was. He had some
That's
nerve
all I
telling me
think.
I was a solid seven.
Hey, but you can't say don't go and say he was a terrible two now, because remember this was
I
someone
wouldn't
you
say
were
he was a
talking
two.
to.
I wouldn't. I would say he was more like a seven.
Oh, just
I got
because
at
you go
least an
on a date
8.
with somebody, don't mean that you talking to him. It means you just going out on a dinner date or something.
Well,
It means
I
that
did
someone
end
has
up going
asked you
out with
We
a
out.
always,
guy.
but we always talk about how people have negative things to say about somebody after the fact, but remember you were with them. Like you say something
No,
about
you're not
their
necessarily
game,
with
but
them.
no, I'm not. But regardless, if that's somebody she was conversing with, whatever, then and I'm not saying her
Right.
specifically. I'm saying in general. If you talking to somebody this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden after the fact they're this, they're that. Well, what was you doing talking to them in the first place? You got to
Well, I
look at the.
kind of feel like that if you're kind of like maybe romantically involved or planning on being romantically, or there's a connection. But if you're just going out trying to get to know somebody and they just happen to be an asshole, then you just like, he was an asshole. I could say he was an
Exactly.
asshole
Yeah.
because I wasn't really into him. I was just getting a fucking free meal. You know what I'm saying? And
Girls gotta eat. two
period.
hundred dollar date.
Big girls like to eat shit. Big girl friendly.
Hey, well, look, that has been some dating do's and don'ts. Um, it says here, go out and make Cupid be looking down on
Hey,
all of you.
hey, auntie.
But that's what's up. So,
Yeah,
any last words before we jet out of here?
I got a last word that I was trying to say earlier. Let me tell you
Go
something.
ahead, G.
Oh
If
God, I'm
I got
scared.
my guards up, okay. If we got our guards, a lot of times women have their guards up. Okay. We let you know that we have our guards up and you're pursuing us. Okay. I mean, and you're going out of your way to say all the right things and tell us, oh yeah, I'm not that type of guy. I'm a good guy, blah, blah, blah. And when we let our guards down and you start being flaky, I don't understand the point of that. Stop playing games. Don't play games with me. If you have a woman at home, you don't need to pursue me. If you just don't have the time, don't pursue me. It's like this stupid cat and mouse game, and that's why me and T were saying earlier, the dating pool right now sucks because if I do give you a chance, and you just the calls start seem like as soon as we give you a chance, the calls stop coming in as much,
Mhm.
the text messages stop coming in as much. It's like what
Mhm.
the fuck kind of weird ass psychopathic sociopath ass fucking behavior is this? What is the point of doing it?
Do you remember when we met?
Y'all gonna get fucked up.
You remember the
Huh?
guy I was seeing when we met? Remember
Yeah.
that? And he was a whole married man, letting me on for a whole year and a half.
Girl,
Now I learned the hard way that separated ain't divorce. It
separating is
took me
not divorce.
home, and his parents they died while we were together. So I am the last woman that he took home to his mom and dad. Took me home to his mom and dad, met his siblings, aunts
You
and
Yeah.
killed
uncles and
them.
everything. And he was still married to that woman. And do you know
Still
she
married.
came to me? She came to me as a woman about her husband. And I was like, you know what? You know what? You're right. I'm not fighting you over your husband. That's all you boo.
You can have
She
that
came.
headache.
How do you go to your husband's
Yeah.
girlfriend as a woman? Came to me as a woman. Yeah, it's pissing the dating pool.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
what I'm
mean, it's
saying. Stop playing those type of
2022. She
games.
could have came to you as a man, so be glad if she came to you as a woman.
Stop playing them type of games. That shit is just, it behooves me
Right.
why men do that. Especially when you're talking to us into letting our guards down. And we're telling you, I got my guards up
Right.
because of the last person that I was dealing with. And then when I do let them down, then you start playing these fucked up ass games. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And you
Well, I mean,
wasting my time and you wasting.
Gigi, especially in your degree of understanding, your actual college degree of understanding, that is simply the chase. The
It is.
chase.
That I just said cat and
He was
mouse.
it was done. The chase was no longer there.
It's a
You know what I
cat and
mean?
mouse thing. Right.
So some guys, it's just all about the chase. And once the chase is
It's
easy
over.
or the chase is no longer there, all the stuff that they were doing to chase you is gonna be gone.
So
So
and I say to say that you need to go find you a video game to play with.
Go play in traffic.
Go play in fucking traffic. Because playing games like that with me
Oh,
gonna
she
get
not
your
gonna
big
play with
fuck.
me.
Hold on. Playing games like that with me gonna get your big toe cut off, okay? Because
Not
when
the
you
big,
start seeing the
not the
motherfucking
Big toe cut
the
off.
big toe,
the
the
big
big toe
toe.
motherfucking caper or the pinky toe caper, all of a sudden niggas is waking up without a motherfucking pinky toe. That's because I done snap and start sneaking in motherfuckers' houses and cutting their goddamn pinky toe off. And
She
that's
done went
crazy.
misery on that
You
nigga.
see that?
Period.
You waking up to your toe cut off. You was
Misery.
chlorophyll before the chloroform before the fact.
He didn't even know what happened to him. He woke up, he was 9 toes
Period.
down.
Just a
And that's on
band-aid
period.
there. That's it.
He's like, I'm 9
He
toes
was
down
knife
for you, baby. 9 toes down.
9 toes down.
man.
You
Well,
are
look,
nuts.
that has been another night, another episode of No Panties After Dark. It's Mr. Just As Joe, Golden Goddess, and Pretty Brown Skin. Everybody can follow Gigi where?
You can follow me on TikTok, Art by Goddessy. That's GODDESSY. Or you can follow me, Art by, am I on Facebook? I mean, not Facebook, on Instagram.
Instagram. Art by
Am I Art
Goddessy.
by Gigi or
You're
Goddessy?
Art
I
by
don't know.
Goddessy.
Okay, Art by Goddessy, same thing but I'm about to change that to Gigi. But yeah, same thing on Instagram. Follow my TikTok, follow my IG, please, and period.
What's up, Pretty Brown Skin? Where can they find you at?
I'm on Instagram, Pretty Brown Skin, TikTok, Pretty Brown Skin, and as always, I'm still looking for a sponsor. Throw my cash up there. Throw my
Me
cash
too.
up.
Me too. I'm still looking for a sponsor.
You
They
know
don't
what?
play.
Quick story before we
They
go. A
don't.
friend of
Yeah.
mine was telling me the other day that he works with this fella that's 63. He's got a 3-year-old. Baby mama was hard up. I don't know how you hard up. Your man works every day, and was geared to sell her cootie cat for $20 and a $15 blowy. I thought when inflation, the price of pussy went up.
I can't
But I
even
was
comment
wrong.
right now.
You know, that's a
Like,
good
I don't
I had to
even know
question.
stay
what the
there
hell
for
to
the
say.
end.
That's a
Let
good
y'all think about that,
question.
marinate on that to next week.
How is
I gotta move
inflation?
my
How is
charger real
that
quick.
going to affect prostitution? I'm curious. You
I
know,
mean, well, if it's inflation and a shot of ass is normally $40,
it should go
with
up, but
inflation,
you know,
she took hers down
those
and
You said
prices
a
$15
shot of
still
throw.
relatively remain the same. I mean,
No, and she giving $15 throw
hey,
babies. No,
hey, we
but
out of
I'm gonna
here.
tell you
We out
what.
of here. You said throat baby.
Bye,
We
y'all.
out of here. We are out of here. Hey, until next time, until next week, once again, it is No Panties After Dark. Same place, same time. We will
Love
see
y'all.
y'all once again.
Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, elevate your king. Celebrate your queen, bro. Elevate.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel, how you
She
feel.
looks like him.
Yeah.
She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him. She looks like him.
What the deal? What the
Like a
deal?
chocolate candy.
Tell me how you feel.